Thank you for listening to Shulchanaruchharav.com.
Leniencies associated with exemptions for fasting on a Tishe B'Av that is Nidche. So this year, Tishe B'Av 5778 falls on Shabbos and is pushed off to Sunday, as occurs every few years, and many people ask the question, so do I have to fast this time? If I'm pregnant, nursing, feel a little bit unwell, I'm after birth, etc. And there are many rumors flying in the air regarding these issues, and we will try to clarify them according to halacha. So the subject of fasting on Tishe B'Av and who is exempt was already discussed in length in a previous class, in which we stated that although a person who is sick, who is defined as someone who is bedridden or weak in his entire body due to an illness, even if his illness is not a dangerous illness, is exempt from the fast on Tishe B'Av, even in a regular Tishe B'Av that falls during the weekday, Monday, Tuesday, etc. Nonetheless, a pregnant and nursing woman, unlike other fasts, by Tishe B'Av, the sages obligated them to fast with the rest of the congregation. However, in certain mitigating circumstances, due to health reasons, if she begins feeling sick, dehydrated, etc., then even by a regular Tishe B'Av, they have an exemption not to fast due to the exemption of a sick person. And so too by Yeledis, we said that a Yeledis, a woman after birth within 30 days, is exempt from fasting even by regular Tishe B'Av, although some are machmer. So now let's take that information and see, are there extra leniencies afforded in this year that Tishe B'Av is Nidche, that Tishe B'Av is pushed off from its original date on Shabbos to Sunday, which is really Asara B'Av. So the source of attributing a leniency towards fasting when Tishe B'Av is pushed off to another day is first found in the Torah, chapter 559, in the name of the Yavetz Rishon, who states regarding a bris milah that is taking place on Sunday, Tishe B'Av Nidche, that although on a regular Tishe B'Av, the Baal Bris, the father of the son that's being circumcised, is not allowed to eat, on this circumstance of Tishe B'Av Nidche, he is allowed to eat after midday, after mincha. He can break his fast. As in such a situation, a person's personal yantif can push off the congregation's mourning in a case where the mourning has been itself pushed off to a different day, the 9th of Av. Using this allowance, the Achreinim record, based on this, that we can understand and deduce that fasting on Tishe B'Av Nidche has a lesser degree and lesser severity than a regular Tishe B'Av. So what leniency should be given? Obviously, people still have to fast. So when are we going to be lenient more in the exemptions? The Shvus Yankiv in Chelek Gimel Tshuva 37 writes as follows, and he is the father, the source of all the leniencies on Tishe B'Av Nidche. That just like we're lenient for a simcha, for the Baal Habris to eat after mincha, so too we're lenient regarding a slightly ill person, or a Yeledis within 30 days, or a pregnant woman who is slightly ill. So the exemptions are as follows. A normal Tishe B'Av, a person has to be ill enough to be bedridden or weak in his entire body to be allowed to eat. Tishe B'Av Nidche, even if you're only slightly ill, you can break your fast. Are you led this within 30 days, past 7 days? Some poskim are stringent by a regular Tishe B'Av to fast. By Tishe B'Av Nidche, everyone agrees they don't have to fast. A pregnant woman normally has to fast on a regular Tishe B'Av. And only if she feels ill to the point that she's defined as sick is she exempt due to being sick. However, Tishe B'Av Nidche, even if she's only slightly ill, she doesn't feel good, and not only because she's not eating, then she's exempt from the fast. And so records the great Achreiner Bekiva Eger in 5599, the Mishnah Berurah in Bir Halachot 559, Gvuras Hari, the Divrei Malkiel, Teres Chaim Sefer, Shevet HaLevi, and other Poskim and Melakti Direin. And while there are all those who argue on this concept of the Torah, the Yavetz, the Shvus Yankiv, this is the final halacha. Now what about a nursing woman? She seemed to escape all of these list of exemptions. So to a nursing woman, if she feels slightly ill, slightly not feeling well, she may also break her fast. Now, do they have to fast at all? So the answer is no. If they have the exemption and the more lenient exemptions in such a year, they don't have to fast at all, not even till Chatzais. They can eat in the morning, they can even eat at night. So is implied from all the Stimas HaPoskim. So to summarize Halacha L'Maisa, what comes out from here is as follows. In a year that Tishe B'Av is Nidche to Sunday, if you're even slightly sick, you don't have to fast. if you're pregnant or nursing and you feel slightly sick or weak, you don't have to fast, even if no other exemption applies. You don't have family history, there's no problem here of early labor, you're healthy and you got your doctor's permission to fast, in which case in a regular Tishe B'Av you have to fast. In this Tishe B'Av, if you're feeling slightly sick, you can break your fast. Or your lettuce within 30 days of birth is not to fast, even if in general she follows the poskim that are stringent, and they don't have to fast at all. Now we will address a certain rumor. There's a certain rumor that pregnant and nursing women don't have to fast at all. We stated they have to fast unless they're feeling slightly sick or weak, then they have a leniency. But the rumor says they don't have to fast at all. Undiscriminately, no pregnant nursing woman have to fast this Tishe B'Av. This rumor can be found and based on the words of the Divrei Malkiel in Chelek Gimel Tshuva 26, who says that when Tishe B'Av is Nidche, Tishe B'Av has the same status as a regular fasting regarding pregnant and nursing women, in which we rule that they do not have to fast. And going in that train of thought, Avad Yosef and Chazon Avadia, and so rule his sons, Rav Yaakov and Yitzchak Yosef, rule that pregnant or nursing women in Tishe B'Av Nidche do not have to fast at all. Doesn't matter if they're feeling well or not feeling well. Is an undiscriminated exemption. And they say the following: if the Shulchan Aruch exempts the Baal Bris, who's healthy from fasting because it's his day of Simcha, even though on the normal fasting he must fast, then certainly a pregnant woman on her normal fasting does not have to fast. By Tishe B'Av Nidche, are we lenient that she doesn't have to fast at all, even if she's feeling fine? While the svara is a very nice svara, we can't accept this lahalacha. And the reason is because the great Achreinim, the Shvus Yankiv, the Kiva Ega, the Bir Halacha, and others all explicitly record that since we're lenient by a Baal Bris on Tishe B'Av Nidche, therefore we're also lenient to allow a pregnant woman who's not feeling well to not fast. They didn't indiscriminately permit it. And we cannot move from the words of these great Achreinim. And even the Divrei Malkiel, who gives it the status of other fasts, it happens to be the Ashkenazi custom by other fasts is for pregnant women to fast unless they're not feeling well. So we're all holding of the same thing. So practically a pregnant and nursing woman outside of a specific medical directive, if they get the medical okay to fast, are to start fasting. If they're not feeling well, they are to break their fast, as we explained here according to Allah.
Thank you for listening to Shulchanaruchharav.com. Our free services of making Torah knowledge available to the public depends on donors like you. Please help us continue our work through making even a small contribution at Shulchanaruchharav.com under the Daily Halacha Dedication section or in the subscription page. Also, check out our online courses and many sefarim available for purchase that will both enhance your Torah knowledge and help support our work.